be a good winter project
Yeah.
if you want to come back to the snow.
Well, this is the Marshall County Hangman Channel. I'm your host, Dave Gray. I'm here with a special guest today, but before we get to talking to our special guest, you need to like, share, and subscribe so we can grow this channel and get more artists like Todd in here. And today we have Todd Partridge, and he is here to share his wonderful talents and many gifts with us today. When you started a long time ago,
Seems like a long time ago.
We all had something that stirred us. What got you going? What really put the fire under you?
You know what got me in music and interested in music? Started young. So see, my dad was a trumpet player, wandering around the house playing trumpet, and always a guitar in the house. Sometimes we used it as a baseball bat, but we always had a guitar in the house. And then when I was in junior high, I had a wonderful opportunity to go to what was called an open alternative education classroom.
Oh, neat.
And you basically chose your own curricula, and I spent most of my time in the music room with the wonderful Mrs. Odenhoven. And I banged on the piano, got to play bass. I would sit and watch music movies and listen to Beatles records and listen to disco, funk, whatever, and that's what really made me. I think that experience in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, in junior high, having the freedom to do that, and then just getting turned on to the music, which was rock and funk.
Oh, sure, sure.
So that was the fire.
Well,
That's if I think back to it.
Anytime you've got somebody that stands behind you, like a music teacher would, it just really, I think it helps the learning process. I got a question concerning did you have a goal in mind when you started, or you just wanted to just have fun?
When I think back to it, it was the pureness of the moment. It was just enjoying the music at that time. And in fact, that's something that I think many of us lose along the way. And I have thought this through a few times, which is you're chasing that pure moment, and some people are able to get back to it, and there are moments still, but there was no profit motive, there was no ego, it was just enjoying the music.
This is as it should be.
As it should be.
When did you start writing?
I believe I picked up the guitar at the age of 18, and within 3 years I was playing in a band in Cedar Falls with some really cool and wonderful musicians, and that's when I wrote my first song. So I would have been, 20.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was a late bloomer in terms of picking up the guitar.
Sure.
I mean, I had piano lessons and played the trumpet in band and played around, but that was a pivotal moment right there. So yeah, I wrote a terrible song.
Hey, well, that's how you start.
Oh yeah, you got to write a lot of terrible songs to get one good one.
Yeah. I was told you're not going to write a good song until you've hit number 3,000.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't subscribe to that, but whatever,
Different things, but you definitely do. You can't just write that first good one right out of the chute, although I've heard people have,
Yeah. And then, now you've been in a few bands here and there. What, out of the bands that you've played, the Blacklight Syndrome, Salamagundi, King of the Tramps, you have 5 albums with them.
Yeah.
And you were with them, what'd you say, 13 years?
I think it's still an active project. It's not done. I mean, 2 of the members moved to Omaha, which made it harder to create new material. So yeah, that was probably Salamagundi and King of the Tramps were the longest standing projects. They're both about 13, 15 years.
Coming up, I'll talk with Todd about the styles of music played by the bands he has been in. We'll also hear about this album, Desert Fox Blues, and the new projects he's working on. But first, a song written and performed by Todd Partridge.
Well, thanks for requesting this one. It's called Lucy Brown, and it's one of the few songs you're going to hear about Henry David Thoreau, one of my idols. And it's, I'm sure, the only song written about Lucy Brown. They had quite a torrid pen pal romance. And Lucy Brown was Ralph Waldo Emerson's sister-in-law, and her husband died. She took up this correspondence with Henry David. And it got quite, shall we say, hot. And he'd haul this big music box up over the mountain on the back of a mule, and they'd put it out in the country, and they'd wind it up and play records and dance in the moonlight. So it's called Lucy Brown. Dear friend, well, I wrote you a letter, but I didn't send it 'cause I didn't know whether it would find you well, or even find you at all. Please forgive me this mortal strangeness if I say your name aloud when I talk to the clouds, and I'd leave it all behind. They'd answer back in kind, Lucy Brown. Lucy Brown, Lucy Brown, well, I hold my breath without a sound until I see you again. Wind up the music box, well, we'll dance, then we'll go throw rocks at the shadows. Keep us apart. Well, I know your husband left you and your children cry his name. Well, the frost is cruel and the flowers die, but they come back just the same. And autumn never knows the color springtime shows those who wait. And if we survive this winter, well, the snow will melt and the finches will return to the fences by the riverside, and we'll picnic on a blanket in the sun. Lucy Brown. Lucy Brown, Lucy Brown, well, I hold my breath without a sound until I see you again. Wind up the music box, well, we'll dance, then we'll go throw rocks at the shadows. Keep us apart. In the abundance of summertime, we'll laugh at my made-up rhymes in the meadow, where the aspen trees laugh all day in the lazy breeze, and we'll dance like fools till the moonlight calls us home. You see, only nature loves perpetually, with innocence and malice equally, and the words can't find solace, they cut down that old but the acorn knows when the cold wind blows, he calls your name, Lucy Brown. Yes, the acorn knows when the cold wind blows, he calls your name, Lucy Brown. Oh, Lucy Brown, Lucy Brown.
So are these bands very similar in nature? I mean, as far as the style of music, or were you just open to whatever happened?
I've always been open to just whatever happens in the... stylistically, they were different. We had a mission based on the Players in King of the Tramps, which was, we coined this phrase called whiskey gospel.
Ah.
And I explain it to people that it's like going to church with a hip flask of whiskey with your favorite friends and singing and dancing and clapping and getting the Holy Spirit of music in your soul. more cerebral, and we had 3 records. It was a little bit quirky, and that, again, it was the players. We had a keyboard player who was playful and very talented, a wonderful bass player and drummer, and a female vocalist who was amazing. But we did mostly covers, and we put in a lot of hours, and that's where I learned, how to harmonize and how to learn all these different parts. And we were playing everything from the 50s through the 2000s, and learning them pretty well, and then adding an original or 2 here. But that was kind of a quirky, cerebral, Ben Folds meets some prog rock, Yes, or something. I don't know. It was all over the place. But King of the Tramps was roots rock blues, and straight up, and it had an identifiable sound.
That's my wheelhouse.
Yeah,
right
mine too. No,
I love raw blues, and when I heard your album, Desert Fox Blues,
oh yeah,
Be Still My Heart. I mean, you blew me away.
I started out in metal, and then I heard Stevie Ray Vaughan, saw him 3 or 4 times, and I'm like, the blues.
Yes.
All of a sudden, Eddie Van Halen and the Led Zeppelin and that stuff, AC/DC, that got that, like millions of us, got us into the guitar. But then I went backwards, and I went through all the, the hill country blues, like R.L. Burnside. This is my savior.
Yes.
And going back through T-Bone Walker and Muddy Waters, and those records are where I spent a lot of time. But I never was able to make a blues record with anybody, because everything kind of it didn't sound special. But I was in Tucson, Arizona. Gabriel Sullivan produced it, and we just stripped it down. We had Winston Watson playing drums, who played with Bob Dylan for 8 years on the road. So we had these, and Nick Augustine, who out of New Orleans, and a really tight unit, really raw, really fast, really stripped down.
After the work is done,
I love that record, but it's kind of a one-off. I have a new project that I've been working with this summer that was Todd Partridge and the Whiskey Gospel, and we did some songs on that. So Desert Fox Blues is just straight up gritty blues, like.
And I loved it.
Yeah, and Postcards and that was more of my folk side of things.
1, 2, 3. Well, thanks for asking for this one, though. It's called Postcards from the Sea. Semi-autobiographical, metaphorical, and moral in its undertone. Well, I'm strumming on my guitar, got my toes in the sand. Remembering how we used to hold hands by the sea. We watch the tide roll in, watch the tide roll out. The days that are best are the days without doubt, but the days without doubt are like sea foam kissing the sky. And I hope you'll forgive me, and I'll send you postcards from the sea. Well, I started this song on the North Sea coast. I was dancing in the rain with a German ghost. She said the ocean never forgives, but it'll help you forget. And I woke up in Chicago, I thought it was L.A. All these damn hotel rooms start to look the same. I'm just trying to put some distance between the problem and the next place. never was good at writing letters, but I'll send you postcards from the sea. Oh, I'll try. Maybe love is just the silence between the good things that never get said. Maybe. And maybe doubt is just being afraid that the things that hurt you before might hurt you again. No. I almost landed it. But that's perfection in an imperfect world. I want you to see what my eyes see. I want you to touch what my hands touch. I want you to feel what my heart feels. Instead, I'll go down to the crowded city center and pick up some postcards just to let you know how I feel. Oh, maybe atonement's a sin all its own. Midwest boys wanna go home. Home is where the heart is. Never go back. And maybe it's all just a convertible ride on the Pacific Coast mountainside. Maybe you can run away without taking a step. And I hope you'll forgive me, and I'll send you postcards from the sea. Oh, I hope you forgive me. And if you make it back to Norden, I hope you send me postcards from the sea. Yeah.
Tell the folks where you can get your music.
So all the normal places, anywhere you get any of your music. So all of the streaming services, Bandcamp. Go to a show is the best way. Go to a show and buy it. I think that's the missing link in music right now, and why it's so hard for musicians to make the living that they once did. For me, I haven't played. In Salmagundi, I would play in this area a lot, but with King of the Tramps, then I started casting a wider net, and then our wheelhouse, our regular runs would be Des Moines, Omaha, each 2-hour drive, Minneapolis, Kansas City, Lawrence, and then occasionally to Colorado, and then Eastern Iowa and around, and that kept us busy, with regular jobs and things like that.
Okay.
So it's nice to be playing back home a little bit, because I think music builds community.
Oh, I agree.
It's kind of gotten lost, and it's getting hard to reclaim, but I think it's still important, and this is an example of that. I did a show in Lakeview last weekend, and then this one in Auburn, so I think that's important.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's how a community kind of comes together. Back in the old days, they had square dances every Saturday night.
Right.
And so this, to me, is a resurgence of that.
It is.
So I thank you for doing that.
Of course.
And so let me ask you a question. to you, when you are writing a song, and this is for songwriters out there in TV land, when you write a song, which to you comes first, the music or the words, or do they come together?
Yes, the age-old chicken or egg question. For me, it's always the same formula. Always the same formula, which is, so you get into a flow state. And if you've played, you get your 10,000 hours in, or your 20,000 hours in, and you pick up your guitar with intention and lose yourself in the guitar, then the first thing that comes always to me is a chord sequence or a structure, and what gets me excited is when it's a little different. And then the next thing is I just start vocalizing sounds and words and melodies, just fooling around. And I might get a phrase then that is a hook or a chorus or some kind of figure, or it might just plant a seed, and then it starts to grow when I'm not engaged. So when I'm daydreaming or walking or driving in the car. So like before I get in the car for a long drive, I'll pick up the guitar and I'll play that melody so that it's in my head, and then it starts coming out, and then I start writing, and I'll sometimes just write free form with that in my head after I've got that, but always the music first.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And I'm also a poet, so I have published poetry books, and so if it doesn't work as a song, it ends up as a poem.
So this one's called No Gold Without Chains. It's a ballad for our times. Let's ride. I took a road trip with a friend of mine from California to Caroline, across the Great Plains through the swampy South, stopped for a week at the mighty Mississippi mouth, New Orleans. It ain't easy anymore. Well, we headed north along the Natchez Trace, following the barges on a slow-motion race, past the glass castles on a river of sludge, where the rich own the hillsides, but who am I to judge? This ain't our land anymore. Well, we must have passed about a Hunter casino. You still can't find a damn sandwich in Reno. I gotta piss so bad I can't think. Panhandle packing plants sure stink, but that's money, boys. Nothing to see here. Man, a Love's truck stopped near Redding on 5. I slipped a 10 to a kid thumbing a ride, asked him where he's going, what he's gonna do. He said, nowhere, man. How about you? Simplicity, that's our savior. And everywhere I go, everyone's trying to get bigger. Every broken back, every shoveling gold digger. But up in the boardrooms, they're hoarding all the gold, automating factories, gaining control. Figures don't lie, but them liars sure figure. And the kids are all looking for the easy way up, the crypto coin currency filling up the cup. Money ain't nothing but an illusion of wealth, someone controlling the value of someone else. And there ain't no gold without chains. Ain't that the truth? From Missouri to Montana, well, it's all the same. Walgreens, Walmart, smoke shops, all the same. Churches and banks have the best buildings in town, but they don't pay taxes, no money down. Think I'll start a soul savings account. In the Pacific Northwest, they're cutting trees for gold. Chicago Mercs slaughtered cattle getting cold. Topping off the West Virginia mountains for gold, digging holes for coal, burning gasoline for gold. Hell, they're even turning silver into gold. And there ain't no gold without chains. No, there ain't no gold without chains. Well, driving all night through the desert southwest, the record heat waves make it hard to catch a breath, and the smoke from the New Mexico mountain fire, climate change, funeral pyre. So I grabbed a cup of coffee to try to stay awake, and I dialed up the satellite trying to avoid the hate, and I found Jimi Hendrix on the radio. Are we experienced yet? I don't know. Maybe God sent Jimmy down to teach us how to play, or maybe he's an alien, I can't really say, but half the world's starving, the rest is stuffed with greed, like Lemmy from Motorhead high up on the speed. Ace of Spades. Ace of Spades. Yeah, we're driving in circles, cutting down trees, spraying the glyphosate, killing the bees, digging, chopping, spraying, killing, stripping, clouding oil spilling, and the wheels keep spinning round and round, fueled by petroleum and minerals underground. And those tourists still take pictures of that Wall Street bull. Those Manhattan billionaires' cups overfull, but capitalism failed when the banks got bailed. Your 401k, that ship has sailed, and there ain't no gold without change. No, there ain't no gold without change. Hey Taylor, pull over here. At a VFW in Lexington, they were talking about all the wars we won. I sipped my beer and bit my tongue. 'Cause the last war that did any good was WW2, just ask Hollywood. John Wayne, USO, Marilyn Monroe killed a genocidal fascist. We all know loose lips sink ships. In Vietnam, there was no enemy, just shadow boxing and ideology. In Iraq, chasing shadows again. $3 trillion to find weapons of mass destruction. All we found was oil, black gold, Texas tea. Afghanistan, desert sand, do it again, destroy another foreign land while our own infrastructure rusted and busted, screwed again by the politicians we trusted. Your tax dollars fueling the war machine, Halliburton, Blackwater profits obscene. And there ain't no gold without change. No, there ain't no gold without driving across Nebraska all day, not much to see, not much to say. Neil Young comes on the radio, he's singing about that heart of gold. Me too, Neil, I'm getting old. But before you call me a pessimist, pacifist, or a socialist, communist, or a nihilist, won't you listen to this? There's still beauty, there's still time to fix what's broken. In a world gone crazy, there's still sanity in your heart. You gotta get right with your God before you can start making changes in the world and changes in yourself. You gotta love yourself, don't love your wealth. And all I want is a warm shower, and the world is spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, and it feels like we're standing still, but you gotta keep 'em moving if you wanna pay the bills. Yeah, you gotta keep 'em moving if you wanna pay the bills. Gotta keep 'em moving if you wanna pay the bills. Yeah, you gotta keep 'em moving. Yeah, you gotta keep 'em moving.
I have a new favorite song.
Yeah, what a great time we had. Well, I'm sitting here, I don't know where I am, somewhere north of nowhere. Maybe Sac City, Iowa, they told me. I guess I'll believe anything these days. But I had a good time with all my friends. Now I'm playing this guitar and it's never gonna end.
Please like, share, subscribe. Be good to each other. It's just the right thing to do.
And we're out.